All right, guys, it's Bane. So I'm going to show you an extension I made for Old School Essentials. It's a world building extension, and it's called Ye Old Shops. And what it does is it allows you to build shops in Fantasy Grounds. So you can essentially build out your towns in Fantasy Grounds, whether it's going to be Gavin's upcoming Dolmenwood, or maybe you've got Volo's Guide to Coromir, and you run your PX campaigns in Forgotten Realms, and you're going to build out Evening Star because it's all detailed in there, who's the shop owner, what they sell, all that stuff. Okay, or maybe you have a temple in your town, any of these things that you can interact with the players and they can exchange money or trade or whatever. Okay, and so let's get started on this. So on the right hand side, you'll see there's a little thing here that says story, right? I'm sorry, not story, shops. The shops extension, you click on that, okay? And I have a shop made here. It's a John's Blacksmith shop, but to create one, you just hit the plus button, right? And it creates this black shop or this blank shop. Now, we'll start at the top. You have John the blacksmith, so you can have an NPC on a combat tracker and just drag them to here, or you could just take a token and drag it in here and make it up an NPC that's for role playing, right? It's not actually somebody you're going to fight, right? And you type his name in there, right? So this is not linked to anything. That I say that because this is linked to something. All right, and then we have a notes section where as your players interact with the shopkeeper or the NPC, you can make notes about what happens, just in case. The players don't see any of this, but it's there for you. Only you access that. And then he has a ledger, right? So this is a living, breathing shop. He doesn't have an infinite amount of money. Now, when he sells an item, it's going to update this ledger. And if he were to buy items from the players, you would go manually subtract items, money from this ledger, so that you always know how much money this shopkeeper has in his is available to him to buy things from the players. And so that's what the purpose of the ledger. And like I said, when they buy these items, it automatically updates. Okay, so let me get rid of that boat. So over to this side. So this is the store inventory. So to update the store inventory, all the DM does is he just drags it over. That's it. That's all he does. Let's put one in the inventory, and then the link shows up. Now, what you'll want to do is I made this exportable. What that means is like you should have a campaign for, you call it your shops campaign, and you make all your shops in there. You put them in your groups for each town. You get them all ready to go. Okay, and then you export it. So you go over here to the export, and you'll see you have shops. Shows up right there, and you can export your modules, and you can open it in any Old School Essentials game that you have. You can bring your shops in there. Okay, you can make generic shops, specific shops. It's up to you. Now, when you make your shops, there's a little toggle down here. The players don't see this, only you do. So shop is set to, yep, it's ready to go. But let's say you have a prepare. Now, it works just like spells. So you notice this hunting horn goes away. So what that means is I can stock my shop with whatever I want. Maybe they have seasonal items. Maybe they have a limited number of items, right? Well, when they run out and the players come back and they're not there, you just make sure that's unchecked. But let's say he's got his hunting horns in. The guy's been busy. He made a bunch of hunting horns. Well, now they're there, right? And so what the player does is the player says, oh, I want to buy this hunting horn. He drags it over. He's got one. Now he can buy two. Now he can buy one. Now he can buy zero, right? Now, if I take this, let's say there's one more club, I'm going to buy one more club, and you can see the link goes away and the up arrow goes away. So he can't overbuy, right? He can only buy what's available. Okay. So down here, this is the actual player's token. So this is important. This is actually linked to the player. So when you're done with your shopper, you just clear it. Now when you clear it, you can see this button goes away because you can't send it to anything because there is no person in the store. It's empty. Now Krusk is in the store. Now everybody can be in the store. You can have all your players interact with this at the same time, but only the person right here will get all the items in their inventory, and the gold will come out of his gold that's in his inventory. So if I open up Krusk and I see he's got 13 gold, right? Now I don't have platinum listed, electrum listed, or silver listed, okay? I cannot have it listed. It shouldn't throw an error, but maybe I do. So we'll type that in later. And it should be uppercase, although I'm going to script it to where if it's lowercase, it'll ignore it. So no big deal, but try to make them uppercase. And I'll show you in a second how I complete this. I want to see if this throws an error. So Krusk is in the shop. Everybody loads up the cart. This is what he wants to buy, and he wants to buy it. It's 158 gold. He's got 13, and it's not going to let you. Not enough funds. Okay. So Krusk has to have the right amount of funds. So let's give him, I don't know, let's do it in platinum because that's fun. And then I can explain why I did what. All right, so it's five, I don't know, Jesus. Well, I'm just going to give him 200 platinum. It's not going to be enough, not enough funds. So let's give him another, because that would be 100. So let's give him 65 gold. Actually, let's give him 55 gold. And, oh, I got to put platinum there. And then we'll call this EP. And then we'll give him 250 silver. And let's go ahead and do copper. We need to make sure the copper's on there, because when it does this change, there might be some copper there, and you know, if it doesn't have it in there, it's not going to know where to put it. So okay, so we have his money set up now, and let's see if I have enough. Look at that. So holy mackerel, what happened here? How much money did I give him? So it says he got 923 gold pieces, 7 silver. Oh, because he had 200 platinum, which is, oh, that's like 1,000 gold, isn't it? Geez, why did I give him 200 platinum? Okay, anyways, so you can see it'll make exact change. That might have been hard to see. I'll show you a smaller amount. But what you'll also see is that it takes all the platinum and converts it into gold. So that is a limitation of this. So it's gonna only give you change in gold, silver, and copper. All right. So let's see. Let's knock this down. Let's knock it down to 25 and 5 silver, and let's buy a club. Actually, let's do this. Let's do 2 gold, 15 silver. All right, so that should be enough, right? And he's got 5 silver left. Yep. So it makes the exact change. So if your players are running out with a lot of platinum, you may have to go back in and manually do it before. I didn't want to make the code too complicated, and you know, most of the time, like, shopkeepers aren't going to have excess platinum to give change out, right? So I just stuck with gold, silver, and copper. Now they'll take electrum, right? If I have 100 electrum here and I want to buy this hunting horn, he'll take it, right? But oh yeah, well, they're only change. There's no, yeah. Let me do 250. Well, there actually will be some change. There you go. It'll give him 75 gold back, right? So we had 300 electrum, and 300 electrum is equal to 150 gold, and we bought, does that even make sense? Did that do that right? 300 gold. No. 300 electrum. It's called math. All right, a hunting horn. Okay, so 300 electrum is equal to 150 gold. Yep. So we should have 100 gold and 5 silver. Okay, it did it right. Yeah, I mean, as long as I set the script up, it's right. So I've been checking it, but every time I have to stop and think about it. So anyways, you'll see it doesn't give you any electrum back. He keeps it all, and it gives you gold instead. You know, that's just going to be how it works. All right, so that's that. And you notice it clears this, and it adds all these items to his inventory. He's got some garlic. He's got a bunch of clubs. He's got the 2 crystal daggers. It's all here, right? He's got the test silver, which was I was testing silver pieces. Okay, so one other thing we have a services window. So let's say healing. You're at the temple. I'm going to charge you 100 gold. Okay. Now, it doesn't do anything. It creates like an item. Whoa. And you have to actually go cast the healing on them. But if you buy the service, you click here, and then it takes it into account. And we buy it, and he's got 5 silver left. Okay? So that's how services work. You could do cure disease. You just add one, you know, cure disease, and you call it 150 gold. Whoops, you got to put it over there. Same thing, right? And you can always hide that, or you can have a blacksmith, right, that shoes horses. Who knows, right? But you can always just hide it. All right, so the last thing we have here is adjust the price. So we're going to put this over there, and then we're going to raise the price by 10%. Oh, it does it over there. Sorry. Yeah, you don't do it over here. You do it over here. So you see it raised it by 10% twice. It's cumulative, right? So now if I do it again, it's going to raise it by 4.8, which is 5. So it's going to be 53. Okay. And then I can lower it too, right? Oh, you have a really good charisma roll. I'm going to lower it by 20%. So it's 20% on whatever number's right there. So you can actually do a market adjustment for your players. Now, it won't go less than 1 gold. It doesn't, if you have something listed as 10 silver, it won't go into copper. It'll just stop at 1 silver. So that just, for the purposes of role playing, it meets the purpose. It's not meant to be like a video game. It's not super complicated. That's a whole lot more scripting for this little couple bucks I'm going to charge for this shops extension. So anyways, this is my old school essentials shops extension, and it'll be on the forge here in a couple days. I'm still going to test it some more. I'm going to have to go back through. I'm going to make sure I validate this. But if you have any questions or you want to see something else in this shops extension, just put it here on YouTube or hit me up on Discord. Thanks.